Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and today we're going to be looking at the refined living room kit by Perry Sims. So this is one of the creator kits right, so to explain the difference here, you can see some of them say creator kit and some of them don't. For example, the comfy gamer kit is in collaboration with Little Simsy, but she didn't actually make any of the items. She just kind of collaborated, talked about the theme that she wanted, gave the Sims team some ideas, and the Sims team went away and made the kit. Where the creator kits are kind of made by the creators themselves. So it's more like getting mods or CC into the game via these kits, which is really nice because I love that the Sims team are supporting creators this way. And, I really love the idea of kind of like modders keeping the game alive and keeping the game fresh. So when kind of like big games kind of respect the modders and the CC creators in this way, I think it's such a good move. If you're playing on the Xbox or if you're playing on the PlayStation, you can't always access mods and CC in the same way that PC gamers do. So this is a really nice way of kind of giving those people a taste of kind of what the PC players are getting. So the Sims 4 Refined Living Room Kit. Embrace elegance and sophistication with the Sims 4 Refined Living Room Kit with a clever mix of mod. Oh, I need to say thank you to the EA Creator Network as well for providing me with the code for this kit. With a clever mix of modern and retro furniture, you can create the perfect base, add extra personality with unique and chic decor pieces, and voila, you have a living room worthy of a design magazine created by Perry Sims. Handpicked, you've done your research and you finally found the perfect items. Every time you step into your living room, you feel that this space has been made by you and for you. So this is very nice. My first impression is it looks very kind of basic, not in a rude way, but in a IKEA way. It's kind of like everyday items that you could fit everywhere. It does look modern. I would say that it's maybe a tiny bit plain on first impressions. Having said that, I did say about the Casanova Cave kit, the clothing in that looked very plain on first impression, but when you actually start using it in the game, it pairs really well with some of the more flamboyant clothing, and so sometimes plain is a good thing. I'm going to jump into the game. We're going to investigate and kind of see what we think further. Okay, I decided to jump in with Bob and Eliza Pancakes and their brand new upgraded home. The base game got a bit of an update, so if you start a new game now, you might see that some of the NPC houses have changed design a little bit, just to update them with some of the more modern features that we've been getting since we've had so many patches to the game. I think that's such a great idea. And I did think to myself, well, maybe we could give Bob's room a bit of, look at how nice that is. If you watch my Christmas playthrough, I played with the pancakes at Christmas, and I don't know, this kitchen is so much nicer than kind of what we saw there. Let's jump upstairs then to Bob's room, and I think we can maybe upgrade Bob's style a little bit, because if you've been watching my Raising Them Right series, Rentals and Rebellions, Bob's taste has a little bit to be desired. So let's jump in and kind of see what we get with this little kit. Going over here to packs and refined living room. Here we are. I don't know why I'm doing a bedroom. I like to go, that doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Okay, Bob is taking over the interior design of the house, and he's like, this is too dated. This is too old-fashioned, Eliza. What were you thinking? Let's get rid of this stuff. So, right, okay. What did I actually say? What did I say in my Casanova Cave kit review? I said I was kind of annoyed that they'd split Build Buy and Cass, because I felt like you didn't get enough items in Build Buy. And one of the things I complained about was that every time you get a sofa, it should be a full set. And they've done this here. So I'm sorry, I don't know Perry Sims. I haven't been using much mods or CC recently. I was a modder and a CC creator when The Sims 4 came out, because there was so much stuff I missed from previous games that I wanted to kind of get back in the game. But now I feel like I've got so much stuff, I don't need as many like CC items anymore. So yeah, I'm not super familiar with any of the current modders. But yeah, so I'm so sorry if I misgender. I don't know Perry Sims very well. 3-piece sofa. Do you remember when you brought the first 2 pieces? Now your family is expanding and you need the 3rd seat. That is very on brand for the pancakes, to be honest. Fortunately, there's no need to buy a new sofa thanks to its discrete attachment system. Wait a second. Does it actually? No. Oh, I thought it meant that it was like an actual, like, what are they called? Like, hang on, we got it with Dream Home Decorator, right? Like the sofas that came with Dream Home Decorator, where they're actually like, what's that word? What's it called? Sectional. That's the word I was looking for. I thought it was like a sectional sofa thing, like this. So if you're looking for a sectional sofa, I think the only one that we have is from Dream Home Decorator. So it's a shame that it doesn't do that, because I was really excited about that for a second. But hang on, I clicked off the wrong one. Of course I did. Is this one sectional? No. Oh, that is such a shame. I was so excited. I really thought we were getting a sectional sofa then. I'm kind of bummed about that, to be honest. I got my hopes up for a second there. Let me get rid of this and this. But you can kind of do it, I guess. Like, you can't really, can you? I guess if you took move objects off, if you take off move objects on and let you take that off, you can kind of get the impression of having one. That's a shame. Oh, I would have been so excited for that. I'm kind of bummed, to be honest, that it's not that. I thought maybe as well you might get those like little mini coffee tables to kind of like join it, but that's not the case. Okay, moving swiftly on, because that I am a bit sad about that, if I'm honest. What I do like is that you actually get the 3-seater, the 2-seater, and the armchair, because I feel like a lot of the time we don't get that, and I personally find that quite important when we're getting a new sofa set. To get the full set. So we also have this here as well, so I can kind of like do this on a bit of an angle perhaps, and then a little end table. So this is nice. It is nice. I do stick by my original impression that it is quite plain. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it makes it easier to mix and match with other items that we get in the game. I think the colours that are chosen are very nice. That green is absolutely... Do you know what? Actually, I really love that green. That reminds me of like the sofa in The Sims 3. That's that kind of colour. No, The Sims 1. There's that colour. Yeah, I really like that green. Okay, I'm going to go for the kind of army green. Oh, now it looks really utilitarian. You know, like, is that what it's called? Utilitarian style? Where it's kind of, everything's very clean lines and it's almost militaristic. Like the concrete blocks, the army colour. Is that what it's called? Or am I getting the wrong? I'm not very good at architecture. I don't know all the words, but that's kind of what's in my brain at the moment. Vintage leather armchair. Sweet. Right, currently my impression is like, this is decent, this is okay. I like that it's a modern style. It does remind me of like Dream Home Decorator a little bit. Yeah. I will get use out of it. It's understated, but understated is not necessarily a bad thing. I think, you know, sometimes like things are grow. One thing that I am excited about though is the pedestal from the old times, because currently if I just take off the tag, I actually was thinking when we got Life and Death, I think I actually talked about it in one of my builds that I did for Life and Death. These little kind of small tables that we have, where are they? I don't even know where they are. Displays. We only have a couple of them. Yeah, I don't even know where they are. Am I just being completely blind right now? But we only have a couple of them. And I was like, I really like them. Oh, here we go. Like this one, the Roman pedestal. Like, that's nice, but it's a very strong style. and I can't really use it in all situations. And so I was kind of like, and that's nice as well, but you know, it's kind of a bit officey looking. So I was like, I really like the size of these tables. They're much more slim. They fit in more places than these kind of bulkier styles. And I was like, I really, really like the style of this. I want more mimics of this. And then this actually is kind of what I was looking for. I like it. It looks, again, it has that kind of classical column style, but it looks a little bit more modern. So I'm actually really excited to get this. I think this could be really lovely with like a vase on. So sorry, I don't know what we get in the pack yet, but you know, something like, you know, even like that, perhaps, you know, like for weddings, that would be so nice for like a wedding. Yeah, so that's lovely. I actually really specifically wanted something like this, so excited for that. Or like even a bust, you know, say we had something like like this, you know, it looks kind of like it'll be good for museums and things like that. I really, really like that. Yes, that's a winner for me, specifically because I wanted it. What else do we have here? So we've got this practice strokes for random shapes. The painting resembles anything you want, represents anything you want. All you need is your imagination. You're still not seeing anything. That's okay. You can just pretend it reminds you of your childhood house in the countryside, the fresh air in the morning, and the feeling of freedom you had as a child. Is pretty basic, but it'll work for sure. Yeah, so I guess like the kind of basic style is, you know, the purpose of this pack. I know I'm gonna like these paintings without even like doing anything with them yet. Like I can just tell, like I like paintings like this in the game already. And I like that you can actually, like, what I always like about these is you can size them up and size them down and then kind of like tile them. Like this. Hang on, give me a second. Like, give me a second to see the full vision. Like, I guess I'm gonna go back to like that one again. So you can do things like this with them, which I really, really like. And you can create like, you know, different things for different spaces, because that original one is quite large and I feel like it's quite hard to place. But say you wanted to put it here, you can just kind of like size it down, and you can even have like little tiny ones. Look, hang on, let me just change the look of that. And so you can really play around with it, and they're really versatile. So I like when you have like the matching frame but the different print, and you can just create like, you know, different looks for different spaces just using the bracket keys. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like that. I knew I'd like that. Off the grid calculator. This old abacus is the ancestor of our calculator. It might not be very useful nowadays, but it's a nice piece to have as a decor item. Yeah, cute. We like it. I think that would be really nice for like a little office. I always like kind of like vintage pieces, like antique style is always really lovely to have in the game. And I think as well that could be really cute in like a kid's room. A lot of the time, you know, kids will have little abacus as a toy. One thing I would say is that it would have been nice if they'd have thought of that and had like a white with like bright coloured beads. I think that would have been really cool to have had like, you know, a toy version of it. But I do like it as well. Shelley the Bowl, thanks to this decorative bowl, you'll be able to add a touch of colour to your room. That's like just a very simple, cute bowl. Yeah, I like the colours of it. Again, I do like tonal colours. I'm going to go for a slightly brighter one there. You could even put things in it if you wanted to. If you want to get like really clever with like the placement of stuff and use like move objects, you could probably do that. I like the size of that when I've sized it down. So sorry, just going over to this. Small paradise, a plant that provides a way to bring life into your home with a bit of greenery. Very nice plant. I really like the style of it. I love a good fern. I like the colours. I think it'll go really nicely by the side of like a sofa like this. Really, really nice. And I like, you saw me doing that like kind of automatically without thinking, like sizing it down to a more like coffee table size plant as well. I'm sorry, I am a little bit poorly. If you've kind of missed this in my other videos, I'm kind of stumbling over my words because I'm not feeling very well. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me. And as a thank you for watching my videos, I do have a giveaway code for this kit. So thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with a code for this. It's first come, first served, so whoever sees it first and puts it in the EA app, you'll be the proud owner of this new kit. If you aren't 18, you shouldn't probably be watching my channel, but if you're not 18, do check with a parent first before claiming. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, all good stuff. No purchase necessary. You need the Sims 4 base game, but it's currently free on the EA app and all that good stuff. So I'm going to put the code up on the screen now. Fastest fingers first, whoever gets it, inputs it, claims it first is the winner. Congratulations to you. If you can, just let us know in the comments. That's like much obliged. Ancient bust, here you go. So we don't necessarily need this tiger painting, tiger sculpture. We can also get the ancient bust, testimony of the old time, is closest thing to selfies in the classical days. Even if this bust is so damaged that we can't recognize who it was, it's still looking nice in your living room. Yeah, very cute. I like that. That's really nice. I do like sculptures in the game. I don't feel like we have enough modern sculptures, so I'm quite thankful to get something like that. What's this? Perfect stacking masterpiece. This abstract sculpture doesn't have a specific shape intended. It's like Jenga, right? It's like don't wake the llama. Imagine what you want. Apparently some people see a llama in it. There you go. That's cool. I like that. Again, it's kind of like modern art. Like, this is nice. It is. There's something about it that's kind of giving, I don't know, like a little bit Wolf of Wall Street, perhaps. I see two llamas hugging. Do you see? There's one llama, like, facing forwards, and this is the other llama. It's looking backwards, but it has its arm around the first llama. Do you see that? A perfectly preserved antique vase. Be careful of this decorative vase. It perfectly survived the last few centuries. It would be a shame to break it now. Very, very cute. Yeah, nice. I like that it has a little tiny bit of texture detail on there. There's like a little chip out of it. It's not too perfect. Again, just a nice decorative item. Understated. This is a very understated pack. Let's get rid of this rug and see what this rug is like. Contrasted rug. That's very nice. That is a really nice rug. Again, sometimes when the rugs are too patterned, it's kind of too much. So having things that are really understated like this, and the one that came in Kayla's pack as well, really, really nice. That's very jazzy. I actually really like, that has a bit of a 70s vibe to it now with that rug. Like late 70s, early 80s. I'm digging it. I'm vibing. Again, very useful. You can use that rug everywhere. I like as well that it's not perfectly square, right? It looks a little bit like people have been walking around on it and it's kind of shifted a little bit. I really, really like that because a lot of the, well, all the rugs I think currently are very, very square, except for like maybe one or two boho ones. Yeah, I like that. Just makes it look a tiny bit more realistic. That dark color I know I'm going to use all the time. Yeah, these are really, really nice. That is bright. That is very 80s. Yeah, my favorite one is probably that one. Okay, yeah, I told you this pack was going to be like understated and like underestimated, and I think I'm going to actually use a lot of these items all the time. Shadow of the day, inspired by architectural shapes, this piece of art casts different shadows during the day, giving it a unique look every time you look at it. That's clever. That's very clever. We like that. I guess we'll put it near like a couple of windows and doors then in that case. Again, just like a cute little item. We appreciate her. I guess it's kind of quite zen, right? You could just sit here and kind of like stare at that and zone out. Meditate and kind of have something to stare at. We've got the divider screen of elegance. Nothing is better than an elegant divider screen to add a bit of privacy, if you say so. I would say ice cream is better than a divider, but you know, I can think of a few things that's better than a divider, but sure. That is actually a really nice divider. That's probably going to be one of the dividers I use most in my game. after making fun of the description, like actually impressed. I feel like this is a nice room to have the divider. You know, maybe like the sun is coming in and kind of it's too bright, but you're trying to read your book, so you know you can pull the divider across. Cute. In the little conservatory. What else do we have? Cloudy lamp. This little lamp seems to be the perfect mix between a UFO and a very, very soft cloud until it decides to get back to its home planet. You can place it on any surface to bring a soft, warm light into your space. Right, get out of here, ugly base game lamp. We're going to have this one. Kind of looks a bit like a heater as well. I can't explain it, but it does. Again, maybe like ever so slightly Japanese style. Be nice if you have like snowy escape and complement that well. Kind of looks a bit like you're going to take it outside and it's going to kind of like float off to the sky. I guess that's the intention of it, right? To look like one of those like lamps that you release into the sky. Oh, I'm out of breath, sorry. Again, a bit poorly. Up and down lamp. Descending on your knees, you can adjust the lamp up and down, left or right. You can adjust the brightness. You can't, but nice description. Oh, look at the footprint. Oh my goodness. This is what annoys me about lights, because that's like quite hard to place now because you want it facing the thing. I was going to put it here. Like, why isn't that one tile? That should be one tile, guys. Like, I'm going to have to move that. BB, move objects on. Okay, if you can hear a little bit of noise in the background, it's my kids. We're all poorly, so yeah, we're all pottering around, kind of doing the best we can. So yeah, cool. I think that's a lot nicer. Like, do you see what I mean? If that was a one tile placement and you could put it somewhere like that, it just looks a little bit more realistic. Where if you don't have move objects on, like it's kind of cumbersome and hard to place. Like, I guess it's okay there, but then it kind of blocks the window, I guess. The colours are quite nice. I'm looking for my favourite colour, which is that kind of like bronzy, like old gold, like antique bronze colour. But it's not there. But it's nice. It's okay. I'll probably use the kind of grey colour the most, I think, in that case. Yeah, I like the style of it. I actually really, really like the style of it. I just feel like we could have got a couple more metal colours on that and it could have been a one tile. And what else do we have? Bragging bookend. The original book rack can be placed on any surface to make sure you'll have something to read at hand. That is lovely. Yeah, very, very much like that. That's very nice. Yeah, I really, really like that style. Again, a little bit antique-y. I like the metal on it. Very stylish. Very, very nice. What's this one? The collection. Nothing is more satisfying than a complete collection from your favourite author. So it's kind of like a stack of books. Nice. I think that would be nice if you got like a student, someone studying. It does look a bit officey. It looks a tiny bit more office. Or, again, like... It doesn't look kind of like reading books to me. It kind of looks like design books, like architecture books, which makes a lot of sense with some of the other descriptions in the pack. Again, yeah, it looks a little bit like something you'd find in the office, like reference books. But that's okay. I'm definitely going to find use for those. So let me just get rid of that and then we'll have those books stacked on there. Nice. It does feel different than what we have in the game. I would say it's a bit big. I'd have probably had it about that size. If it was a reading book, I think that's more of a kind of normal paperback size. Like, this size does make it feel a little bit more like a textbook. But yeah, that's okay. Sleek bookcase. Have you always dreamed about showing your books while hiding your mess? The bookcase lets you do both and with style. That's a fun description. I like that. Where can I stick this though? Bob, do you want a bookcase? There's no room anywhere. There's no room at the pancakes. Alright, let's get rid of that and pop it there. There you go, Bob. Brush up on some reading. Again, it does feel like it'd be nice for an office space. I do wonder if that's the intention, to give it a slight... It says that it's designed for living rooms in mind, but it does give kind of office decor. So I do wonder if, because it came with the other kit that's kind of like business clothing, I wonder if that's the intention, to give us kind of like an office style clothing, an office style. But then why wouldn't it be an office? I don't know. That's my theory anyway. I do think it's giving office more than living room. I think maybe you could have that as a living room. For me, it does look a little bit too industrial for my taste. Maybe if you had a kind of like some kind of modern sleek apartment, a single kind of sim who's really focusing on his career, maybe it'd suit that person very well. Maybe if you've got like San Myshuno, you want to go for an apartment there for your business sims. I think that could work. That is probably who I'd use it for. I've got a sim who is in business. He's currently in university, but he's very much kind of like an investor. He's a businessman, and very focused on his career. And I feel like this kind of like clean utilitarian look would definitely suit him. Kind of like utilitarian, but like luxury utilitarian, if that makes any sense. With like the little art pieces. I think that is the vibe. So yeah, I'm going to be honest, it's not one of my absolute favorite kits. But it is going to be very, very useful. And I do really like the kind of art pieces. And, this is nice. I like this. The little plant is cute. I like the abacus. I generally like it. I'm going to say maybe a 7 or an 8 if I was going to kind of rate it on like, is it one of my favorite kits? No, but it is decent. And it is well made. Like everything looks like very nice quality. Considering it's CC, it is Maxis match. It looks like it matches the style of the game. It's just maybe there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like maybe it's not my personal taste. It's not like my favorite style, which is more subjective than any kind of, assessment of the pack itself and the quality of the work. So I think that Perry Sims has done an amazing job with this. Absolute talent. I used to make mods in CC, but I couldn't create anything on this scale with the object modeling. I just don't have those skills. So I'm a hypocrite to even criticize anything, quite frankly. Really, really nice. And again, I do think it's a very modern style that is very usable. I think a lot of people will be able to incorporate this into the game very easily and just kind of zhuzh up, what you've already got if you've only got like a few kits or a few packs. Decent. Nice. The rug as well, I really, really love. Do you know, maybe it's one of those things where it's a grower. A little bit like I was talking about with the Casanova Cave kit. It could be a bit of a grower. First impressions is that it's a bit plain, and then the more you use it, the more you find yourself kind of using those items in your regular gameplay, and you think, I couldn't live without this kit. I feel like it's going to be one of those for me. So a very cautious general appreciation for the pack from me at the moment, and I might rate it higher in the future. We'll see. I hope that's fair. Thank you so much to Perry Sims because it's a great kit. If you are purchasing this kit or any of the creator kits or any of the collaboration kits, do use the codes from those creators if you're purchasing the kit, because they'll get a little bit of extra money going towards them from EA. Don't use my creator code for the creator kits. Use Perry Sims code for this kit if you are purchasing it. And take care. And hopefully I'll get better soon and I'll be back to making more interesting videos. But thank you for all of you who kind of stick around and watch my videos, even though I'm just absolutely useless. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good week and I'll see you again soon. Bye, friends.